god. What? Huh. What is that? I thought so. I was gonna say.
Oh, so that...
Shh! That might your wife. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay.
Good evening! Welcome to House Tilvik Gaming and our Dragonlance Shadows of the Dragon Queen campaign. Quiet, you. I want to see you do better. We are on episode 35? 35.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why don't you know?
Burgundy?
I don't have a teleprompter.
When we last left our group, they had infiltrated and thoroughly destroyed a camp for the Red Dragon Army. Rescued a Kender and several of the missing sea elves from the group of sea elves that they had talked to before at the Blue Phoenix Shrine. The Kender turned out to be a member of a small community hidden in the northern wastes. In the process of thoroughly destroying the camp, Kret's taking out the hobgoblin warlord that was hiding within his tent, protecting an ornate chest. He gets in there once the warlord is down, and while everyone is finishing things off and cleaning up, he finds the key, unlocks the chest, and discovers bronze dragon egg. Doesn't even bother to take the chest, scoops up the velvet pillow, scoops up the egg, throws it in the back of a holding.
It was heavy.
It would have been heavy, yes.
Sorry. 'Twas heavy. Wasn't about to break and back or strain myself when I don't need to.
Fair enough. They made their escape. Kret's carrying the injured Kenna, the Kender rescued from the cage, and everyone else managing to bolt. As they did so, a black dragon appeared, and as she flew overhead, those that were running, Kretz flew to escape faster, but those that were running felt dragon fear. They saw their first real dragon and were hit with their first feeling, their first dragon fear. This is terrifying, the sight of a full-grown dragon. But they managed to fend it off after a few minutes, and after a minute or so, and ran, and the dragon was far too proud to follow. So she stayed behind, yelling after them. They made their escape, hid. She never followed. Clystron, the scout that they took in a few nights previous, had led them back to the community that he and Kenna were from. A little place called Heart's Hollow. As our group enters, Kenna gives 2 of them pretty pebbles. Because the community of Heart's Hollow, the spiral walkway carved into the edges of a crater that make up this town, is a mosaic. The mosaic, the townfolk call it. A beautiful pattern walkway of multicolored pebbles. And anyone who comes into town is invited to leave a pebble. Part of their indelible mark on the fabric of the community. So, Kretz, you and Temmie have been given pebbles by Kenna, because it just happened to be how many she had in one of her pouches. Yes?
You forgot something.
Not yet.
Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad.
So, you are at the entrance of a town that is literally carved into a deep crater, spiraling down. The patchwork fabrics hang as flags and curtains and banners. Clearly, everything in this town has been scavenged from the wastes. Buildings are either carved directly into the walls of the crater or are made from scavenged driftwood, broken apart ships, etc. Truly a community born out of necessity, and they've made something beautiful. Clystron turns to you as you peer over the edge of the mosaic walkway and down into the spiral. I do think we should find Ness first. She's probably down in the Salt Lick.
Well, then show us the way.
Oh, I mean, you...
I said not yet.
Yeah, but you mentioned it. I'm very confused because...
I'm sorry.
You didn't tell me... I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I did not make it clear, and I apologize.
I really liked... Okay. I don't know anything. I am impatient. I'm gonna wear that sad, sad crown.
Clystron points down toward the bottom of the spiral to a building that has been suspended in a web of ropes and netting. There's the Salt Lick right there.
Salt Lake?
Salt Lick.
Oh, Salt Lake. Oh my god, this is the Salt Lake City?
No. Hot Hollow.
Yes. SLC. Got it. Do they have polygamy in Salt Lake City?
No. This is Heart's Hollow. The Salt Lake is just...
Do they have empty hearts?
Oh my god. Gremlins. Okay.
You are all labeled as gremlins. You're welcome.
So,
Hey.
you start the walk down through the city. People peer out at you. Welcoming waving. As you go, Clystron points out locations he feels would be important for you to know. There's N's odds. If it can be scavenged, he probably has it there. I bring a lot of scavenged goods to him. There's the fort. It's our communal warehouse. We do everything as a community. While you're still up above, he points down to another building that is suspended on a, well, if it was in the ocean, it'd be a wharf or a pier. Funny little building that's kind of sticking out towards the middle of this crater. That's Lavender's. If you need a potion, anything else, he'll have it. He should be able to make it at least. After a few more minutes, here's the Salt Lick. Just ahead is Breakwater Landing. That's our town square. And, but points to one of the rope bridges leading into the Salt Lick. Come on then.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is a salt lick?
It's a giant crystal made of salt.
It's
a salt crystal.
Salt and minerals that
Lick
people use for livestock.
Livestock lick the salt. Yeah, because electrolytes.
Horses
what-
like.
That's crave.
That's what plants crave. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
It looked a salt crystal once.
Oh, terrible idea.
I know. Way too salty.
There we go. I'm sending you a picture, my friends.
Don't have me phone.
Oh, mine.
You told us no phones at this game.
I did no such thing.
You also said that there are certain things that... Oh.
Yeah.
It's a butthole.
Wow.
Moving on. Oh, so that's the mosaic. It's just a big path of mosaic.
Yeah. It's just a mosaic pathway.
That's so cool.
Wait, where's Ness's house?
Do you see in the upper left
Wait.
that building that's suspended by ropes and nets?
That's Ness's house?
That's the Salt Lick.
And we're on the way there?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Is he?
So
Yeah.
it's right there in this house.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone get an understanding of the...
Well, then before we walk on the wooden pathway to Ness's house, I like to place my pebble in the mosaic in front of her house.
The Salt Lick is actually the tavern.
That's Ness's house?
No, but
She runs.
This is what I was asking you. Where's Ness's house? You said, oh, it's this corner here. That's the Salt Lake, actually.
I thought you meant... Oh, no. Nezra's house is just
Nezra or Ness?
Ness. It's the same person. She goes by Ness. Her name's Nezra.
Got it.
Clystron...
So we're not going to Nezra's house?
No.
Fuck it. I'm putting my pebble in front of Salt Lake City. Note for the DM, as we're walking up there, just find a spot bloop, as close to the edge to where that pier is that I can get to. Just
All right.
So it's not an actual Salt Lake? It's a bar?
It's a bar.
Oh. It's just called Salt Lake.
It's called the Salt Lick.
But there's no salt to lick.
No, salt lick.
Do you have any questions for Clystron?
Yes. Where's this governor of yours? This leader, this mayor?
Mayor? Oh, she's in the Salt Lick, probably at the mayor's office.
I'm sorry. The mayor's office is inside of your tavern?
Yes.
Is she a lush?
No. Actually, I'm not sure I've ever really seen her drink much.
Does she have rosy cheeks?
No.
Rosy nose?
No.
Rosy May?
What?
Forgive me. All right, fine. No, that's good enough. I'm looking for the other Kender.
Oh, Kenna?
I know her name.
Uh,
Oh, I know her name.
she's been trailing along, and she has been giving the most unhinged version of Klystron's. So Klystron's been showing you where things are. The fort, Ends Odds, Lavender's, Breakwater Landing, talking about, like, how people barter and how people trade, and Kenna has been giving Temmie the most unhinged variant of that. There's the fort, people store stuff there, but, over here, I found a bird feather one time, and it was such the prettiest shade of blue, and I didn't even know we had birds like this in this area, because I've never seen one, and so I picked that up, and I think I traded it for something else, and, just unhinged.
Tammy's gotta ask, wait, so which place has the most collectible stuff? Where do you find the most stuff?
Out in the wastes?
No, in here.
Oh. Well, probably End's Odds, but you'll have to be careful with End. He still thinks we're stealing. He should know better.
We'll give it back. He just has to ask.
I always bring him stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, trade for trade. You'll have to be careful at Lavender's, though. You never know what's gonna kind of blow up in your face, and rumor has it he's a renegade wizard, but...
Pause. And Kretz whips around.
Tammy's excited for this. She needs to go there now. Ooh.
I'm sorry. Come again.
Oh, some people were talking that he's a renegade wizard, but he doesn't actually have enough magic to be able to take the trials, so... He's here.
What does he wear?
Brown robes? He never made it past apprenticeship.
Kretz looks directly into, at Bomarine to see if he's making eye contact with Kretz.
I do now.
So I look at so Kretz looks at Bomarine, kind of raises an eyebrow, and I'm looking, and so Kretz is looking. I'm looking to see if Bomarine is thinking the same thing without saying anything. Like, just there's no words, there's no message. It's just looking at you, going, "Aha."
Yeah, I'll raise my eyebrow back, but then also send a message. Drinks first, and I start walking towards the tavern.
I send a message back. Agreed. I follow him, and I just ignore everything from then on out. Thank you, Klystron. Cholesterol. Oh, oh, good grief.
Dordak's walking, but he's keeping an eye out of everything and digging in the surroundings.
So...
Not saying anything yet.
What you notice as you're taking in the surroundings and taking in the people is Heart's Hollow seems to be made up of a mix of human, Kender, and Hill Dwarf. Just various people who have found themselves out here in the wastes. So, rope bridges over to the salt lick. Sturdy, well-worn, well-maintained.
Cast fireball.
No. No.
I don't have fireball. I don't have fireball.
Sir! You cross the bridge and there's some swaying, but Kretz, the swaying reminds you of being on your ship.
Perfect. I got my sea legs.
And the rest of you have spent, well, at this point you've spent enough time on Kretz's ship that it's not terribly disconcerting. You see people coming and going, waving to you, curious to see new faces. But people come and go from the tavern, and you cross, and as you enter, not that one. Sorry. There. Better?
Yes. Then you don't have to shoot.
Okay. As you enter, you find the salt lick to be well lit and well loved. However long this tavern has been here, it's clearly a communal meeting spot. It's a hub of activity. And sitting off against one wall is Klystron points to her. There's Nezra. And you see human female, approximately middle age, with long dark blonde hair.
Like dirty blonde?
Yeah.
Okay, I got confused because blonde is light, but you said dark, and so I just...
Not quite brown, not quite blonde.
Okay.
And she is...
Height, weight.
She's sitting down. It's hard to tell.
Color eyes.
She's looking down at the moment. You can't
Perfume.
tell. You'll have to get closer to find out. She appears to be poring over some notes, some paperwork, and thinking.
She at a table.
Yes, she's at a table.
Big enough for all of us.
Yes.
Is there a wait staff, or do we just go to the bar and get our shit?
There is a wait staff. Just a single young human female that appears to be working the bar, both behind it and bringing drinks to people.
Good. Good. Then I go to the bar.
Okay.
Looking for this. I mean, I understand what we're looking, just looking around. I go to the bar.
Okay.
And who of us went, are we all inside?
Yes.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Could you do me a favor?
Yes.
A round, please. For all of us who just walked in, plus that lady over there. And I point to Nezra.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, your finest ale. And then follow it up, please, with 2 bottles of your finest spirits. What have you got?
Well, it's an herbal concoction we make.
Nothing dwarvish?
Well, the dwarves do their best, but it's... well, we don't exactly have access to the grains that they used back home. And, well...
So, do you have something dwarvish and something different?
It's different. It is dwarvish made, but it's not Apparently not your standard dwarvish spirits.
Great, I want a bottle of each, please.
Oh, alright.
Plus a round for everybody if you find a stay.
Sounds fun.
Alright.
There's a food here.
Yes.
That sounded like a question.
Well, I mean, are you...
Hungry?
Right.
Yes.
It's not mealtime. I don't have anything fully prepped. I do have some lovely, gull eggs in sausage and breading.
Done. How about a round of those for everybody?
Alright.
Would you like me to pay you now or later?
You're going to see Nezra?
Yes.
You can pay later.
Excellent.
Right. Alright.
And I look at everybody and go, well, food and drinks is ordered. Let's have a seat. And
Okay.
right over to the table.
At this point, Nezra has noticed that the conversation from the handful of people who are hanging out, eating snacks, currently it's just, well, Scotch eggs, essentially, but gull eggs in sausage and breading. And Nezra is watching you. A little warily at first. But she sees you with Kenna and Kleistrin. And she sits back, waits for you to come to her.
Well, as I said, I'm going to sit at the table.
Alright.
But I'm going to go ahead and invite Tammy to sit up first. Anyone else? I look to sit towards... so is this a booth? Or is this a table?
It's a booth.
It's a booth.
It's a booth.
And she took center?
Yes.
Haha.
She's used to people coming and going, giving her reports, and this is just where she meets people instead of having... I'll let you in on this. Nezra is the type of person who appreciates people coming and going. Having an actual, like, mayor's office closed off from everybody is not her style.
That makes sense.
Would our party know that? In any way? Would we be able to glean this off of just the environment itself?
While you were ordering, any of you who were paying attention would notice that if people were leaving or coming, everyone waves to Ness.
I mean, I would like to note that I'm looking to perceive my surroundings because it's a brand new area. So
Okay, so roll for perception for me. I want to see what exactly you notice.
anyone else doing this with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Timmy's looking around, trying to take in as much details as possible. So I
Jesus
think,
H.
What was that?
Scared.
16.
Okay.
That sucks.
13.
With my +0 that I always
I
forget.
got a 7.
Okay.
7.
Cool.
Police.
I'm too busy paying attention to
Ordering.
Tammy and ordering.
Yeah.
Timmy's trying to look at everything at once. She's not able to do this. Also,
Okay.
wait. So the booth, is it like there's a divider and then separated chairs, or is it like a connected
An
seats?
actual booth.
Like a round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's sitting in the center. So you know it's like a plan, like a crescent.
Yeah. Timmy's sitting right next to her.
Knew it.
Hi.
As you slide into the booth, so Thordak, you noticed, you were paying attention as Krutz was ordering. You didn't quite hear what he was ordering, just that he was ordering. But you were paying attention to everything else and noticed that people clearly have a fondness for Nezra. And she has a fondness for all of the people in town.
With the music turned down, sorry, just a audio check. Ryan, I just saw your message. So with the music turned down, is it better now?
I think so. 'Cause
Would
I
have
don't
to
hear
hear
the music.
Meg's high-pitched voice. The high-pitched voice
Yeah,
acting.
when she does like Kender voices.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Kinder Voices? Is that
What,
that
keep
better?
going?
What'd you say?
I said, keep going, please.
Oh. Oh, Kenna's gonna speak up. I should probably go check in with, and I did promise him that I was going to be bringing stuff, and, well, I don't have stuff.
So I think the problem is the music is coming from that speaker, and I
bad.
think that it's competing. Yeah. No, that's fine now. You're
Right.
fine now. It's earlier, like
Yeah, it's
about
good now.
like 2 minutes ago when it was like when there was a lot of highs and the
Okay.
in the yeah.
Okay.
Kenna,
Yeah?
I think I have something. You want a thing?
Well, I
How about we pile into the booth and do this later? Ken, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for rescuing me. I'm gonna tell everyone.
That you flew. Yes, tell them you flew and then hid under a cloak. But little did you know from the outside of the cloak, we look like a pile of leaves.
That is so cool!
Yes, well, you should take your friend who's been worried sick about you and tell the townsfolk.
Okay.
Oh, you never did tell or ask what we're called.
You have a group name?
Yes.
What is it?
And the monsters. No, I'm kidding. Brass tacks.
Brass tacks.
Yes.
Okay.
We're the brass tacks. Good. Now, go spread good spirits.
Okay. Clystron rushes off after her. Kenna, you should really go down to Lavender's. That's the last thing you hear as they run out the door.
Nice.
So, I'm gonna wait to sit. I'll pull up a chair from somewhere
All right.
and sit directly across from Nezra while everyone fills the booth because I like a whole sense of evenness. You know, the brothers,
Yeah.
Temi, Kadim,
Yeah.
and then Nezra, and I will sit at the very end,
Okay.
like across from her.
Timmy gets comfortable. She's like taking her pack off to put at the floor, so she has somewhere for her feet to go, and then she's not dangling. And she moves Sylvie to her lap, so it'll look like she's moving an invisible cat probably. And she's gonna look right up at what's her name?
Nezra.
Nezra. She's gonna look right up at Nezra.
Izzy.
Hello.
You've been drinking already, Kadim?
Yeah. Why didn't you drink first for us?
Time
Are there
travel.
any hill dwarves as we walk to the table to sit down?
There's none in the bar currently. You did see some out and about. In town, but none in the bar currently. Just a couple humans and another Kender.
So you are the infamous Nezra.
I am.
Is the music too loud again, or is it okay? Just let it just cue us in chat, by the way, because I'm not always catching text.
Yeah.
So,
You must be new in town.
and this is your office.
Yes.
You have an open door policy, I presume.
Yeah, of course. It's a tight-knit community, and, well, it's been my life's mission to build and protect this
Well-
place.
We did you a favor.
Ah, lovely. Do tell.
We took care of the camp, north of here, south of here.
Yeah.
South of here, south of here.
It's, Oh, no, you're right. Actually, northeast. I apologize. Northeast.
Now, it's come to our attention, thanks to Clystron and Kenna, that you could possibly help us in the correct direction.
I would love to.
Oh, good. We've come a very, very long way.
All right. And most people out here have.
To fight the army of the Red Dragon.
Nezra pauses, thinks for a moment. What? Army of the Red?
You mean to tell me you don't know about the camp that was north of here?
No.
Do you have scouts?
We did have a scout go missing recently, but there's so many dangers out there.
And you'll
probably
just
was taken off by a purple worm.
And you just
Oh.
take anybody in?
No, not anybody. The fact that you were brought here so readily, well, it tells me that you must have done something good for Kleistrin or Kenna.
Kretz. Oh, jeez. It's a foul trickery of the gods. Swear. Just rubs his temples. Somebody else, please. Oh.
Okay, so where do I start? There's a red dragon army seeking for something important, and they've come here.
To Hot Hollow.
Not
No,
Heart Hollow.
oh,
Just
okay. Stick to the fighting. You are excellent at fighting. No. Fine.
Huh? Okay.
Kretz reaches for his flask. It's empty.
Just as you're doing that, the woman that was behind the bar has come with a set of mismatched tankards and tankards clutched in each hand with a plate of those eggs on top of the tankards, as she promised. Carries everything out all in one fell swoop.
I will wait for her to set things down.
She sets things down and passes it around, and Ness, they ordered you one as well. Would you like one?
Yep, you do.
I think I'm going to need it today.
A little bit of a courtesy to your new guests. I reach in and grab a gold
All right.
coin and hand it to the waitress. This is for you.
Oh.
A whole gold for you.
Oh. Well, let me know if you need anything else.
Possibly.
I'll be back with the bottles in a second.
Sure.
I chug my drink, and another one for me.
Just keep them coming. By the end of the night, you might make yourself 5 gold just by serving this table.
Oh my. All right. And she takes off with your tankard, and she brings it back quickly.
Right, so let me just speed things up.
Yes.
The world is shit. The world is burning. We're at war.
That's the simplest way to put it.
All right.
I am formally a Sylvanesti. Apparently those lands have been destroyed by the army of the Blue Dragon. There are Draconian, which are some form of creature mixed between, one could only presume, some type of human with dragon blood. They come in very pretty colors.
Such as?
Copper, bronze, brass, and silver. Silver being one of the largest, one of the most dangerous, and yes, they're not full dragons, they're dragon folk. Dragonkin, dragonkind, also known as Draconian. I'm not done, take a breath. Oh,
No.
Drink.
No. What do you mean the metallic?
their scales, their wings,
Yes.
metallic. Yes, well, before you start panicking, I have more news for you. Yes, it's quite the quandary.
She... alright.
So,
Alright.
it gets worse. They've started training Dragonels. I don't know for how long or when or what. but they have dragonelles. Dragonelles? Are you familiar with those?
Oh, yes.
Of course you are. Because you have copper dragonelles.
Well, there's some wasteland dragonelles that live a few days away from here. Clastron tends to them.
Yes, that's
For
going to be
fun.
part of this conversation later. Because they have red dragonelles. Which makes sense, right? Red, army of the red dragon, all serving to Kisis, and then what do you
Yes,
get at the
so
end of this but fire? Lots of fire.
Chromatics do tend to follow Takesis, and the metallics are...
A new one, right? If you try to pay attention to lore. If you follow lore in any way.
Yes, new.
Well, we haven't seen a full-blown dragon until today. An actual dragon. Until today.
What?
Yes, dragon. Black, large, very angry. At the camp that we destroyed for your town.
There is a black dragon in my lands.
Not your lands. I thought this was just a safe space for passers-by. We'll get to that there, Mayor.
Yes.
Here's where problems become large for you. I have a few questions.
All right.
These are just preliminary,
Of course.
since you're now being made aware of the war at hand.
She takes a big gulp of the drink in front of her.
The minor things first.
Minor things.
Recently, there was a person who's gone missing. She wore this, and I reach into my bag of holding and pull out cloak. Do you recognize this cloak by chance?
I don't.
Good, thank you. Put that back. The second person of interest
Yes.
is a wanted fugitive.
All right.
She is a blonde elf by the name of Sal. He's a
haven't-
sellsword.
Haven't had any elves.
Really?
Really?
Shield, rapier, that sort of thing.
No.
Nothing.
No.
But you have elves here.
No, actually.
None?
Well, not in recent years.
Except for Flashman, who's...
Clastron's human.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I thought he was elf.
No.
Right, okay, good. That solves that problem. Alright, those two minor things out of the way. Large thing.
Yes.
We're looking for a lost city.
Are you?
Insight check.
Against what?
Well, so really I'm looking to read her to see if she's starting to show signs of lying or show signs of, like, putting walls up and being reserved. I don't know. I don't know how to call that out, other than maybe can I roll, like, a perception check to see if I pick up her tone, or does Kretz keep rambling on?
Yeah, go ahead.
May I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Insight allows you to discern a person's
well,
mood
is
and
it-
intentions.
Insight.
Yeah.
To discern a person's mood and intentions. Yeah, so I can run insight. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I was right. So it's just a +1, but for a 7. Kretz keeps rambling. So right, so looking for a lost city. And I'm willing to make it worth your while.
Nothing good comes out of there.
How do you mean?
Well, if you are aware of the history, then that is one of the cursed places from the cataclysm.
You're good. Yes, I'm aware of the history. Do you know where it is?
Yes. I do well to keep my people away from there.
Then who can you trust to guide us there? Or
I
rather,
can mark it out on a map.
how far away is it? Rough estimate, how many days? Which direction?
It'd be north and...
Where we just came from.
Oh, no. Further and northeast.
Good. So,
Northwest, I'm sorry. You came from the northeast.
what if Klystrom was able to train those Dragonelle, do you have saddles we could outfit onto these Dragonelles?
No, we don't.
Do you have saddle?
Don't really get that much leather outside of what we tan ourselves, and most of it's not quite thick enough for saddles.
But you got an area, warehouse full of stuff.
The fort.
Yeah, so if we were to go rummaging through the fort and we find items that might work, and Klystrom can convince these Dragonelle to be kind, perhaps we can borrow them. Or do you not lay claim to these Dragonelle?
We don't lay claim to the Dragonelle.
Excellent. Would like to borrow Klystrom, please.
Well, that will be up to Klystron.
No, it won't. You'll send him. Who am I to make demands? Here's who I am. Kadim,
Yes.
and which one of the brothers is sitting on the edge?
I will be. There you go.
Thordak. If you could just
Yes?
keep a tight eye out and be ready to decapitate anything that comes fucking near me. Please.
Okay.
Got it.
And I reach into the bag of holding and I pull out the velvet pillow, the bronze egg, and set it onto the table.
Desra's hands are shaking. As soon as she lays eyes on it. Please tell me it's still alive.
As far as I know, I can tell you that black dragon is really fucking... Don't touch it. We're not friends yet, Maya.
You don't understand.
I don't. You're very right, and that's where you need to start telling me some things.
I have been out here looking for clutches of eggs for hundreds of years.
Why? Wait, what? You're human. What did you just say? Hundreds of years?
Heart's Hollow is my lair. You don't understand.
Mage armor.
You
I
don't.
immediately start casting mage armor. You'll see a glimmer go right over me.
None of that. Knock it off. The. After the last Dragon War, a deal was made. No more fighting between dragons, and for the metallic dragons to stay out of the affairs of mortals. Takesis took our eggs for safekeeping. These draconians, as you call them, metallic?
It's not what you think. There's a cave.
If they're not our children,
They're not. They're abominations. They were created.
from our children. She has our eggs. If they're metallic,
How do you know they're being made from these eggs? There's a stone. If you just let me finish and explain to you. If I could remember the name of the damn place we went to.
Sunward Fortress.
South of here, Sunwood Fortress. We witnessed it ourselves, that there is a abomination of creatures that are using this crystal we couldn't even get near to destroy. Every time you attacked to try to destroy the crystal, the aura of it just grew larger. But regardless, it was...
That just creates slotty.
They're not used to create... Oh.
Oh no, I'm familiar with the stone. I've done a great deal of exploration.
Wait, so you're bronze dragon?
How did you know I was bronze?
It was pretty obvious.
Well, you reacted to the egg, of course. You were in tears practically, so it seemed like a dead giveaway.
Just a little guess.
Oh. Well. can trust you with this information.
So long as you don't fucking murder us first.
Why would I do that?
We haven't exactly had the best of lucks with the scaly, flappy kind.
Well, you're clearly dealing with the wrong colors.
And yet, there was a silver draconian who spent all sorts of efforts trying to behead us. So I think I've not dealt with anything but pure hatred from your kind. Now, that's not what I've read about. That's not what we know at this table. So how about a little history check?
All right.
We know quite a bit about you, now don't we? Let's make ends fair. He polishes off his first pint. Looks over his shoulder to the waitress.
She does the same because at this point she's...
What's her name? Nezra? The waitress that's here.
Oh dear, they come and go.
I thought this was your office. Is she not under your employ?
No, I don't. She helps run the place. Which one is that? Sylph.
Sylph?
Sylph. That's Sylph. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're in shock. Sylph? Garçon? I turn around.
What's garçon mean?
I don't know, I heard it once. Just, if you could please...
Of course.
So...
What does garçon mean?
A little about me. Former Silver Nesty. My name is Kretzel Linnaeus.
Lovely to meet you, Kretzel Linnaeus. I think you can call me Ness at this point.
Sure. Yes, I come from a very humble background of sea merchants. Particularly, we specialize in transportation. Dealt with my fair share of piracy. And I opened my lapel to show my badge of honor. And I am closely affiliated with the tower. My colleague, and I point over to Bobarine.
I flash my badge as I'm drinking.
All right.
We're both representatives of the tower, but there's something you must know. The tower has explicitly asked us not to involve the tower in the means of the war. This is why we're not in our robes.
Ah, understood.
Yes. However, we have used magic lethally and will continue to do so, not only to survive, but to see a means to the end. Now, considering that one part of this world is being destroyed by the Red Army and the other is being destroyed by the Blue Army, I can only presume there's a Green Army. Was there a green chromatic dragon that would have served Dekesis? Because lore indicates there may be, but my memory's a little fuzzy.
She has all chromatic dragons. White, black, blue, red, green, blue.
Great. How do we kill the black one? Nope, that's later. Later, I'm getting ahead of myself.
You said bleed twice.
Beside me
Sorry.
is Tammy. And our party leader, Kadeem. One of the finest soldiers you'll ever meet in your entire life.
Lovely to meet you all. I'm sorry it has to be under these circumstances.
Does your pike, by any chance, send off any form of signal to you when you're near a dragon?
I don't know, DM, does it?
No. But
No.
if you have it out and visible, now that she sees, once she sees it, she recognizes it for what it is.
Do I'm staring right at her. Do I see her flick her eyes and stare at it? Is it obvious, or can I roll an insight check to see if I recognize that she's making a face at it?
Insight check.
Absolutely.
She's still a little teary.
Yeah. 16. Oh, yes.
You do notice that she kind of...
Oh, you know what that is. Good.
Yes.
So you'll understand, and
The
you'll also
silver
forgive
dragons.
me that without... I'm sorry?
the silver dragons are the protectors of that knowledge. How you got one without a metallic dragon being involved. We're not supposed to be involved.
Yes, well, we are the brass tacks. There is just so much history to go over. Over the last few weeks, I really don't care to get into it. So let's just put down on the table a proper negotiation where we can properly trust each other.
All right.
You see, we're prepared to walk out of here with our lives.
I'm prepared for you to walk out with your lives.
Oh, good. It's just that we've just been up all sorts of problems left and right. While you have good people here, you should know that now that we know what you are. And I keep my voice down at that point. I won't hesitate to try and behead you right here in your human form.
I really wish you wouldn't.
I really don't want to.
I would very much like to give you something in exchange.
Good.
For the child.
How about your protection and your services?
We can do that. You are welcome in Hot Hollow.
There's a black dragon
And,
north of here.
all right.
And if what you say is true, and Takesis is in control of all chromatic dragons, then let's end this one's insufferable life.
I cannot. I am bound. All metallic dragons are bound.
But Takesis is not. How can you be bound when someone has waged war upon your own fucking kind?
These people are my lair. These people are my home. I need to protect here.
Then how about I bring the dragon here for you to fight?
I really wish you wouldn't.
I really don't want to. But we need to even the odds, don't you think? Where are the rest of the metallic dragons?
Far from here.
But they exist.
Yes, I snuck away. I knew we had hidden clutches of eggs. And
I'm sorry, hidden clutches of eggs.
yes,
So we've just gone from Takesis has clutches of eggs to you've hidden some.
yes. I've been trying to find them. That's why I'm here. The fact that you have one
Of your own children.
could be mine, could be someone else's, but
How many bronze dragons are there left in the world?
I don't know. I've been away for too long.
Is there a ranking system, a power system? Are you the oldest? Are you the strongest?
No, I'm... Well,
The weakest? Oh,
No.
good.
just... youngish? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm an adult.
right, yes. I'm an elf, I understand. In the grand scheme of age for dragons, you are young for your species, I get it.
Yes, I was impulsive and I ran off to find... Well, I was hoping to find clutches of eggs that had been hidden, and I haven't found any yet, and...
Well, you can't possibly if you don't
She-
leave.
Oh, I do. Where do you think Kleistrin got his tale of seeing a dragon as a youngling? I wasn't particularly careful one day.
Any opposition, I look to the table.
Opposition? I don't know what that means.
I'm not, well, I'm just saying, as I look to the table. Any opposition to giving up the sake?
I have a gift for you. If you let me be the caretaker, continue to be the caretaker of Heart's Hollow, and be the caretaker of that egg, I have a gift for you.
I look to my friends. I have a mouth, Nezra. I have a gift. I have a skill. I have a certain panache to just piss people off, and I'm really good at it. Oftentimes I get what I want, by force even. What I won't do is make this decision.
I'm just letting you know that in addition to being welcome in Hearts Hollow. I have a gift for you. You know what I am.
Unless
I
it's some
can give
kind of
this-
a portal out of here, there isn't anything that would make me gleeful. But nevertheless, before you offer anything
She reaches out with a shaking hand.
to the table, I look back again. Huh? Anybody gonna stop this? Are we good with this? Just checking.
She, just with her fingertips.
Huh.
I'm gonna reach at the same time she's reaching for the egg and looking at her.
Is he trying?
I don't know what he's doing.
She looks back at you, puts her fingertips on the egg, and she's staring at you, Bobarim. And for just a brief second, her green eyes glitter unnaturally.
Oh.
She looks at the egg. She smiles gently, despite the tears in her eyes. It's still alive.
How can you tell?
It's still alive.
When will it hatch?
Shh.
How can you
The
tell?
whole time, Dodag's just
I
popping
tried to
in
be as
the
quick.
Scotch eggs and eating
Wait,
and staring.
do you want to meet someone?
Not now.
Not in the tavern.
Are you talking about the little thing that's been on your shoulder and crawling around?
Oh, wait.
I can sense it.
Oh.
You can see Sprocket?
What? No.
Well, yes, of course I can see your mechanical wonders, dwarf.
That was great.
Oh my god, not Sylvie. Oh my god, brain. Tammy is petting Sylvie in her lap. Her name's Sylvie.
Sylvie.
Okay, so above table, why are we going to the Lost City? It's a source of magic. An ancient magic.
Yes.
It was a side quest that was a source of magic and ancient magic that was supposed to, right? That's what fucking.
What's his name,
Because
right?
we wanted to get there first before the.
Wait, what?
It was for what's his name?
Dalaran. Dalamar. Dasamir.
Delamar.
Daiquiri. Yeah, it was for Delamar. Delamar wanted
Yeah.
us to find
Oh,
it
yeah.
because he's looking for this source of power that he thinks will restore Sylvanesti. But
Magical items.
yeah, but we were sent here for similar reasons. By
Why?
Calamon?
yeah, by the Mayor Calamon.
Raven?
Marshall Vondry?
Thank
Oh.
you.
Marshall
Yeah, Vondry sent us here to go look for that power, basically.
It's been a while since we saw this stuff.
It's,
I'm
because you guys were able to relay Lord Soth's interest in the City of Lost Names, and Marshal Vondry getting scout reports that the army, bits of the army are moving northward into the northern wastes. She decided to send you, Darrett, and a bunch of soldiers that away to go see if they could, figure out what's going on and or take out the Red Dragon army.
good. Right,
So, as a reminder.
Thank you. That's what I needed. I just needed a recap. Like, I'm trying to put it all together, and it's been a minute since we've actually openly spoken about that, so I apologize. So, Kretz looks to Nezra. I should probably tell you some more.
She steeples her.
We hail from Calamon.
I know the land, all right?
The current, I suppose you can call it mayor, was once the marshal of the military, Marshal Vondry. The council was murdered by Lord Soth. You're familiar.
I've heard stories.
He stole something from the catacombs underneath the castle in Castle Calamon.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
No. Wait, do I know what? GM?
The purple fire.
All right, the purple fire.
Cataclysmic flames?
Yes, you're familiar. Of course, you survived the cataclysm.
Yes.
The commoners call it the cataclysm.
I'm pretty sure they don't call it that.
Peasants are uneducated, Gideon, unlike you, soldier. So count your blessings.
What? We're
Peasants are uneducated.
What counts as peasant?
The poor, Temmie.
That was really funny. For no reason.
Shush.
The poor, Temmie. The poor.
The poor, Temmie. At any rate,
It shouldn't be so funny.
having this conversation. We hail from Calamon in search of the City of Lost Names because we've received reports that there are movement of the Red Dragon army into the Northern Wastes. We wanted to know why. Coincidentally, we ran into some rat of a Sylvanesti. His name is Dalamar. He's somewhere in the Wastes, I guarantee it. Alive, presumably.
Well, the scouts had reported some Sylvanesti out. Well, cataloging. We thought it was just an archaeological crew, and we've left them alone.
Yeah, he was part of that crew, but he came with us because he was a very naughty Sylvanesti. So I had to put him in his place. You see, so he was one of our guides, because he insisted that we were to go risk our necks for this City of Lost Names, but we needed the City of Lost Names for other reasons. He wants to harness power to restore Sylvanesti because he was the reason why Sylvanesti is destroyed.
Why is Sylvanesti destroyed?
Because as the army was approaching, they thought that they could use some ungodly type of magic power. They didn't have the capability of harnessing or controlling it, and it backfired and blew the city half to fucking hell.
What could possibly have that kind of power that wasn't...
Would you like to send your scout to go find Dalamar? He's quite insufferable. I don't like him.
No, I think I will be keeping our scouts close to home at this point.
Good idea. I hope you have defenses here, and those that can fight.
Well, I mean, we try to remain peaceful, but the fort, we do have weapons.
There's no such thing in war.
Well, we have weapons, and I have... Did you see that the mosaic led down into... Well, the walkway kept going beyond the mosaic?
Yes, what are they?
There's tunnels. Hidden tunnels. Well, part of my lair is down there. But...
Ooh, Kretz
We-
gets the shivers.
Like with golden stuff?
She just blinks at you.
I've read a lot of books.
Squints. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
There are salt mines.
It's quite racist, Timmy. Just because she's a dragon, you think she hoards gold? Do you hoard gold? Kidding. Kretz wouldn't ask that.
I've read a lot of books. I didn't know.
Kretz wouldn't ask that. Kidding.
It's funny.
We have a salt mine. One of the tunnels down there is we have a salt mine. It's how we preserve our food and whatnot. So
This truly is a salt lick city.
this is why the tavern's called the Salt Lick.
Clever.
Thank you. I was very proud of it.
The egg is yours. Bubberim? Right?
I tap my fingers on the egg and I scooch it a little bit towards her.
She reaches out and pulls the egg and the pillow towards her reverently. All the papers that were in front of her are just either scattered into her lap or under the pillow now. Like, she does not have anything, and she caresses the egg, presses her forehead against it. You must come with me to my home. I have something for you.
I look at everybody else. Right, okay.
Should we go now?
I reach into my bag of holding and I pull out the pouch that I pulled off that warlord.
Okay.
Then I open the bag. How much gold? Can I tell? If not, then I'll just take it out and I count it real quick.
You can't tell. You can tell there's quite a bit in there, but exactly how much is unknown until you count it.
Well, before we go, anyway, I have a gift for everybody, and I count the coins.
Let me double check my notes. I have it written down. Haha. 300 gold.
Would this be a gift including Ness or just
No.
us five?
This is for me.
Okay.
So, 60 gold. So I make a few stacks and I hand out 60 gold to everybody.
Okay.
That was off the hobgoblin protecting the chest. There wasn't anything else of interest. I should let you know that the black dragon came in screaming and yelling for their egg. And when they found the camp completely destroyed, spitting acid everywhere.
Yes, that sounds like a black dragon.
Yes, well, do tell, what's the best way to exterminate one?
She eyes the pike. You have it.
It's going to spew acid at me.
Then sneak up on it.
You know what you're doing with it.
How do I sneak up on a dragon?
Did you say she's cutting out?
Yeah, we couldn't
both
hear
of them.
Dinah at all.
Oh, sorry. How do you sneak? I lower.
Yeah,
My voice, but-
whenever you lower your voice,
They can't hear you.
they
Oh.
cannot hear you, and so the mic's right there. So if you're gonna do stuff like that, you can lean in just a little bit,
Okay.
and then see if it picks up now.
Okay. How do I sneak up on a dragon?
They said it's good. It's perfect.
Like you would sneak up on anything else.
But can't they sense you or something?
Black dragons tend to be... How shall I put this? Prideful. I wouldn't worry overly much about it. Did she chase you down?
No.
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 Yes.
She just
How do you?
yelled at us to come out of hiding.
Eh. Well,
There was.
Question.
answer.
What are black dragons resistant to?
I don't know.
Does fire work on them?
I mean, I would assume they're resistant to acid since that is what they spew, but
I mean, red dragons are resistant to fire because they.
At least the
get out
Dragonelle are that we know
fire,
of.
So.
We only fought a Dragonelle.
Oh.
So as far as I
true.
can tell, and if it shoots fire, it's resistant to fire.
Right.
so
Very well.
We'll have to see.
she pulls a shawl that she had draped over the back of her chair, drapes it over and around the egg to protect it on the pillow.
I do.
Come on,
have a-
finish your drinks.
Are you going to take that pillow?
You can have it back once we get this to my house.
You wouldn't happen to have a oval type shape similar to that egg in size, would you?
No. Probably find a rock somewhere. Why?
Can all dragons sense eggs, or do you have to touch it?
I had to touch it to be able to. So I would assume.
Oh, then we'll be fine.
Can dragons sense other dragons? Or
Yes.
I have an idea, Kretz.
how far?
I think you know
don't
where I'm
know.
going with this. story.
Nadim, look at Thor.
I'm just.
I said I have
Said
an
it with a
idea.
little bit of a
Kretz.
slur too.
What's the idea, Thoda? Because I think you're thinking what I'm thinking.
We'll just need a rock the size of the egg. That's fine. I'll show you.
Yes. Because I think that I could strike a bargain with that dragon and distract it.
Yes.
Well,
Giving you the opportunity to walk in there and stab it in its heart. What?
You said the dragon was yelling after you.
Yes.
Was there any information as to what she wanted with the egg?
That it was her.
Did she say?
How did you know it was a she?
You said it was a she.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Did she say?
Insight check. No.
She didn't. She all
I'm
she
bad at this
said
game.
Was I want my egg. I want
the egg. I want my prize.
I remember the letter. Wait, did you even say the letter? Like what the letter had when you read it and when you took down the.
No, I have the letter. I took it, I think.
Did you like read it to us?
No,
Okay, then
I didn't read
never
the letter.
mind. I
Right.
didn't say any of that.
There's this. Pull the letter out, which I don't remember what it says.
Ma'am. She takes the letter and she. She's claiming it for Belefeon?
Hmm.
Oh, I wrote that down.
Belefeon.
I'm so good right now.
Interesting. I don't know this Belefeon. Interesting. Akveri and Belefeon. Oh. She hands the letter back to you. Thank you. I will.
And then I pass it to the group so they can all read it and see it.
That's interesting.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Blue wax. Well. I will say that the gift I have for you, I'm not. I have some armor.
I look at Bulbareem and I look at myself and look at her.
Made from my own scales.
Oh?
Do tell.
Yes. I've been collecting shed scales and I just
That's a sentence.
decided to make armor out of it. And I have a set of, well, bronze, she giggles slightly, scale mail.
That was beautiful.
That's awkward. Once I had sailed with a client whose cargo was himself, but it was not very hygienic. And he also was scaly, but not for the right reasons. And also collected his scales.
That sounds disgusting.
What?
Yep. I hope it's not the same.
Oh no. Dragon scale armor.
That's not really gonna do us mages any good, but thanks for the offer. Yeah, yes. You, Kadeem, yes, I got it. Yes.
Well, it's... I mean, well, you mortals shed hair and skin, and I mean, how is a dragon shedding her scales? It's just a cast-off scale. How is it any different? Except, stronger.
So, like a snake?
You know, this is a bit all surreal, right? We just met you. You were human until 10 minutes ago.
You have gifted me a great treasure.
Yeah, she's definitely a friend.
When?
I think you're a friend.
So, this is your lair.
Yes.
question is, when will that hatch?
I have no idea.
Well, then I'm going to be straightforward with you.
Yes.
Bobarim and myself are looking for power.
Yes, as most mages. Apart from Lavender, but I think he's very well resigned to his fate, as he once called it. Oh, he's not a particularly powerful mage. Wasn't allowed to go anywhere near the trials. So they call him a renegade, but he's the type of renegade they mostly ignore.
So, I'm sorry, and Temmie as well is a mage, I guess.
Kenda mage? Adorable.
Are you familiar with warlocks?
I've heard of them here and there.
She serves an elusive, pissed-off little creature inside of a bottle. It's really annoying.
It's not that bad.
Fascinating.
That's what everybody says. Look, okay, we're looking for artifacts, magical artifacts. Do you have any?
I do not. However, the city might have a thing or two, and
Well, I don't mean... Okay, so obviously if I'm talking to you, I really refer to you, whatever you have inside of your lair, and I presume this entire crater is your lair. So, then
Yes.
by proxy, you would possibly have some magical artifacts.
just the armor I've made.
That will serve at least one of these two, I'm sure.
Lovely, and well, I've made it vaguely human-sized, and we can always. She looks at Thordak. We can always trim it down.
Excellent.
The AC 22 dwarf is
21.
getting fucking dragon skill.
Oh boy.
Bronze.
I have 16.
You should just go face tank
Yeah,
everything.
but not the fighter with 16 AC. Can you wear heavy armor? Can you wear scale?
Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Heavy armor.
Oh my god, why is it not going to the fighter? Whatever.
I kind of like, without
Well.
saying anything, I just stare down Thordak like,
I'm gonna turn right back up and look at the pike.
What are you
Oh
doing?
my, are you two going to duel?
Let's.
Sure, let's not. Let's go.
In the tavern?
I think I'm
Question
gonna need a
for
few more
Nezra.
drinks.
Knowing what you know now, and Hearts Hollow, would you be worried about aerial surveillance?
She smiles somewhat enigmatically. Not particularly.
Why?
Okay.
Can you create fog?
Oh. I've heard tale in books a few decades back. I once read a book when I was studying. No, I once read a book when I was overseas of an ancient land covered in fog, but I'm not really familiar with someone creating fog. Except for the Lord of the Land there, but it was like a fairy tale of sorts.
As well.
I don't know. I thought the dragon would be able to just hide the town.
There's spells to create fog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We.
No, I mean, I'm familiar. Bubba Reem, back me up here. Surely you're familiar with spells that can create fog. I've heard of this. I haven't learned it.
How many drinks have been brought to me?
Two.
She brought him another one at some point, so he's at 3 at this point.
Has she been like,
We haven't touched the 2 bottles of whiskey.
No, they're out.
every time like I brought a new thing, I just like drink it within at least 2 minutes.
A pint? Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She really wants to.
Well, no, that was even like before that.
Hmm.
What?
She, So, in addition to being able to bring everyone down into the tunnels, I have options. I mean, she gestures to herself. I mean, obviously there's no small amount of magic.
Right. While I polish off my second pint and eat my scotch egg or whatever it's called.
They just
I bet they taste delicious. Wait, is it just
they just
like,
call them meat eggs here.
is it just like
Eat eggs.
the Scotch
Meat
egg,
eggs.
nothing on the side? It's gonna be dry.
There's a sauce on the side that is very similar to the mustard that you're used to. It's
Is this
tanged a little differently, but
a local dish? Was something that Kretz would have not ever had in his travels?
he would have had it, but not with gull eggs.
Probably the first
It's
time.
a,
He never heard of it.
The dwarves are quite familiar. This is something that one of the hill dwarves that found their way into this town brought in as a recipe.
Ooh.
That's why I was eating them.
Nom nom.
Reminds you of home.
One last question. Do you have any platinum? Or where I can get some?
Maybe.
What's your idea there?
What are you thinking?
I
And how much?
just need some. About 100 gold's worth.
Oh, it's all right. Not very much.
No.
I'll see what I can fish up.
Excellent.
But if you don't mind, I think we should head over to my house and let's see if we can get one of you fitted for that armor.
Where you can eat us?
Do you know how stringy humanoids are? No, thank you. Heh. Just because chromatic dragons have no taste. We're protectors.
You don't suppose that renegade mage would have any magical artifacts, would you?
No. He... Let's see, what do you call them? Cantrips. He can barely cast cantrips. He mostly deals in potions. If you're gonna find anything unusual, I would check with End.
End?
And odds.
Oh, End's odds. End's odds it is.
Yes,
I don't hear music.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it. It's going, but
Is it?
yeah, let me
Turn it up on the
Oh.
mixer. Are you sure it's going? There it is.
there it goes.
Hey.
I must have paused it somehow, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just realizing I don't hear anything.
I'm so sorry.
Well then,
Yeah. If anything is in this town, then End would have it.
is he on the way?
No. No.
Right. We'll deal with him later.
End's odds is up towards the top of town, and my house is close to the fort.
Shall we then? Did you want me to carry that for you? And I point to the egg.
Oh. No, I've got it. Thank you. She picks it up, cradles it, and just... All right. Shall we?
I get up and put the chair back where I found it.
Is everyone getting up and scooting out?
Yes.
Okay.
I grab both
Definitely.
bottles though first.
Oh, yeah.
Do they have corks in them?
Yes.
Or are they open?
No, they're corked.
And I attempt to take the cork out of one with my mouth.
Yes.
No, and I pull my flask out and I open it. I go, could you, before you
I'll
polish
just
that?
hand you one of the bottles.
Oh, okay. Glug, 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 glug.
Kretz,
You pulled the cork right out.
Yeah.
Did I pull the cork right out? I thought Meg was gonna
Oh,
make me do
sorry.
something.
Do we have to roll for that? I'm gonna try to pull the cork out because my hands.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have you both roll for it.
Shit. Okay.
I want dexterity, I guess. It's not exactly strength. It's gonna see if you guys bite through the cork or.
Dexterity.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Ooh, 16.
Go. Go. Go, bro. Go. Go. 10.
You crack the cork with your teeth, and if you pull any harder, you're going to break the cork off instead of pull it out.
Fine.
Sylph scurries over with a corkscrew. Do you need this?
Would you be so kind? And I hand her the bottle.
She
I reach in and grab 4 more gold.
and oh, cork's a little broken.
I don't need the cork.
Okay.
If you don't mind, and I pull my flask out and ask her to fill it.
She very carefully pours it in.
While she's pouring
the
it
other
in,
one.
while
Good
she's pouring
choice.
it in, what is she wearing? Is she wearing?
She's wearing
Oh.
fairly basic commoner's clothes, patched together, apron and
Just an apron.
yeah.
Just a pockets.
Yeah.
Okay. You said she's human?
Yes.
How old is she?
She's
Working a bar, so I imagine she's got to be somewhat of an adult.
probably, it's hard to tell exactly, somewhere between like late teens, early 20s.
So then I will try to sleight of hand, not disturb her, drop the 4 coin into her apron.
Okay, roll.
What the fuck is with my roll set? 11.
She doesn't notice.
Good.
She rolled a 3. So
Sort of got lucky there.
yeah.
Of course,
She's
Kretz is like, I'm sly as shit.
she's so
Yeah,
busy
Nancy.
trying to get the liquid into the narrow opening of your flask that
Got it.
Yeah.
So I drop in an extra 4 coin.
Okay. All right. Why don't we take a quick break?
Yep.
right.
Grab my flask, put that back, grab the bottle. There you go, Bubba Reem. I only needed my flask filled. Oh, wait. 1 quick shot and then hand it to him.
The drink that you had was the one that was more herbal, it's the local, very local.
That sounds like something Kretz would actually like.
Yeah.
It has a flavor that is sweet but sagey and almost with hints of anise and
Anus?
I thought it was
anise. It depends on where you're from as to how it's pronounced. So
Anus.
anise, anise, it's the same thing.
What did you say? Okay.
Anus. It's got hints of anus.
No.
Yeah,
Okay, calling it anise then.
Yes. That's
Hints
better.
of
Yes.
sage and anise, and it's sweet and herby and
Yeah. Like anus.
swear to fuck. We're taking a break. We'll be back soon.